Right, first, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, a great millstone, and salutes to you, Akim, that's teaching this truth to the hopeful elect in truth and sincerity. All right, this video I'm going to be speaking about how truth is above all. I'll say, all right, so I got a few scriptures that I want to go into, and Lord willing, to just be edifying. Okay, so I'm going to read through this. All right, first, Ezra's 3:1. It says, Now when Darius reigned, he made a great feast unto all his subjects, and unto all his household, and unto all the princes of Media and Persia, and to all the governors and captains and lieutenants that were under him, from India unto Ethiopia, of 127 provinces. And when they had eaten and drunken, and being satisfied, were gone home, then Darius the king went into his bedchamber and slept, and soon after awakened. Right? And it goes on to say, then 3 young men that were of the guard that kept the king's body spake one to another, Let every one of us speak a sentence. He that shall overcome, and whose sentence shall seem wiser than the others, unto him shall the king Darius give great gifts and great things in token of victory. Okay, so they were gonna say, whoever were to, chosen to have the wisest of sayings, they were gonna receive rewards and be gifted, or rewarded of the king. Okay, so it says, and great things in token of victory, as to be clothed in purple, to drink in gold, and to sleep upon gold, and a chariot with bridles of gold, and an head tire of fine linen, and a chain about his neck. And he shall sit next to Darius because of his wisdom, and shall be called Darius his cousin. And then every one wrote his sentence, sealed it, and laid it under King Darius his pillow, and said that when the king is risen, some will give him the writings, and of whose side the king and the 3 princes of Persia shall judge that his sentence is the wisest, to him shall the victory be given as it was appointed. Okay, so this is they're gonna go. They've written their sayings, right, to find out which would be of the wisest, of sayings out of amongst them. All right, and this is what was written. All right, so it says the first row, wine is the strongest. All right, and then when you go into further down, even onto the next chapter, goes further into why wine, is deemed to be strong. All right, because it causes men to err. It causes men to drink, be merry, or so many things that come behind wine. All right. The scriptures tell you how wine maketh the heart glad. All right, when a man drinks wine, all right, he forgets his sorrow. He gets a little joyful. All right, so that's something to have in mind why people deem wine to be strong. All right, so it says the second wrote, the king is strongest. All right, because when you think of a king, all right, he's commanding over people, nations, soldiers, and the king. He's the ruler. So there's many things that comes with being a king. All right, wealth, riches, power. All right, so he's a judge, man. All right, so that's why it says the king. One said the king is strongest. All right, but now the third one, it says the third wrote, women are strongest, but above all things, truth beareth away the victory. All right, and that's when you read on. All right, that was the saying, man, that was seen as wisest, man. All right, because women, their role, how they give birth to sons and daughters. They make the garments, the clothes. All right, and all the influence, all right, that even a husband, a man will go out of his way to even, rob, to steal, and even to, fight a lion, even to go into all doing, going basically to the edge of the world, man. In other words, outdoing himself and doing the most, only to bring back and just to please his woman, right? But it says, but above all things, truth beareth away the victory. So even above that, above all the things, man, truth is most prized, man, because really, when you think about it, even as an example, us having this truth, all right, the truth of the Holy Bible, man, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that's given to us by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that is very precious, right? And it's the strongest thing that's going in this earth, the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and his word, this truth which has impacted the whole world, right? And the scriptures tell you in Matthew 24 that this gospel shall be preached in all the world, and then shall the end come, right? That is a powerful thing. And even when you hear this truth for the first time, right, you Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the 12 tribes of Israel, all right, according to Bible prophecy, right, when brothers hear this truth, when the elect hear this truth, it's an awakening, right? And it's like so much on the front of your mind. It's the only thing you're thinking about. It's like consuming everything you do. You're always thinking about this truth and the wisdom, everything. All right. Even if you're how to win a battle, how to go to war, even like through the means of tactics like deception and, everything revolves around truth. Right. That's why, truth is what really it gets the victory. Right. Because how are we going to ultimately win in these last days is through Yahushua, through this truth. Right. How Esau, we know Esau's going down. Right. The wicked, his kingdom's going to fall. Right. And it starts with this word. It's all started with this truth. All right. Even people that hear this truth, all right, they can't come up against it. They'll try. Right. But really what ends up happening is they hear this truth. And if they're not right, then they get cut. That's what the scriptures tell us, man. This is Hebrews 4:12. For the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. All right. So it is powerful. Right. That's the word. This truth is quick and powerful. Right. Truth is above all and sharper than any two-edged sword, because you get cut. You hear this truth. You hear there's no repentance for Esau, the wicked. Right? They don't want to hear that. But that cuts them in their spirit that they're gonna have to go down. They're gonna have to pay for the wickedness that they've done in the earth and unto the Lord's people. All right. They hate hearing the true image of the Lord, that he's a so-called black man. According to Revelations, they hate, this word, and this truth is consuming this earth. That's what's happening. This gospel, this truth is being spread. And then that's when the end is going to come.